Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Kai Bradbury about Season 4 of Virgin River, dropping July 20th on Netflix. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Man, we were talking about this before, and we were talking about Season 4. It feels like yesterday Season 1 came out. There's already 4 seasons of Virgin River.
Totally. And a fifth coming, so.
It is so
Brace
crazy.
yourself.
Is it? Which one is it? Because I feel like it's a bit of both. I think there's going to be nerves regardless, and I think there's going to be excitement joining like an already established show for 3 seasons. What's the mindset like for you specifically?
Excitement, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, there's such an exciting thing about joining a cast with, a huge following with people love these characters. And I'm thrilled that I get to kind of pop in and have the audience kind of slowly pick apart who they think this new guy is. So
Now, here's the thing too, right? Because your character kind of gets thrown in and you're all of a sudden in Virgin River and there's maybe like a love triangle that happens. You know what I mean? Maybe. Well, no, it's just one of those things where people really love a lot of these characters, right? The fans love these characters. What's it like kind of being a character just kind of throwing in where like you're not sure what the fan reception is going to be like, right? Is that interesting to kind of play the waiting game a little bit?
totally. I
Yeah.
mean, it's definitely a different character from the book. The Denny character in the book series is very different from our new interpretation. So I'm excited for the audience to meet this Denny.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's so cool. Like the fans are really nice already and welcoming me in. So
I mean, it's dropping on Netflix, and it's the global thing too, right, Kai? Like it's dropping, and then people from all around the world instantly on the 20th are going to be able to watch Season 4. Like that's mind blowing to me, like how quick it is.
absolutely, yeah, and getting to be a little part of the end cliffhanger of Season 3, it was really fun just to get a taste of that. And then with Denny being Doc's grandson, Doc is such a beloved character, so I hope everyone's team Denny as well.
But there's a lot of characters. It's like Mel and Jack, obviously, but there's so many characters over seasons that people just are so intrigued about, and so that are like fan favorites. You look at Ricky's arc as just played by Grayson has just been amazing. Then you have Sarah's portrayal of Lizzie. Then you have Bree played by Zibby came in that is it crazy to see the unbelievable like storylines instantly when characters show up for like a new season and something like it's interesting, right?
Yes, yeah. Other cast members have talked about this, but the show deals with a lot of real life drama, some traumas, some difficult things that we all can sympathize with, that we all dealt with. And so each character is kind of bringing in their own new kind of struggle that maybe the audience can really grab onto. And so I love the range of characters that allows the audience to see themselves in one or more of them.
You say you recently kind of went from Season 1 to Season 3, so I'm curious if you agree with me on this, right? There are some situations where like some characters have like the antagonist kind of label on them, like Benjamin's character, like Brady at one point was seen as like not like a fan favorite, but then kind of comes around a little bit last season and stuff and everything. What do you think about the fact that it's rare that a show like you root for a lot of these characters in Virgin River, like you root for a lot of them. Do you agree with me on that a little bit?
Absolutely. I mean, everyone is redeemable, even if they've got some shady business going on. So
Brady.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. I mean, yeah, it's dynamic, complex characters, and so that's actually what I've really enjoyed most about the show so far has been diving into slice of life and really exploring these real people. As much as I love all the fantasy or the occult kind of other kind of drama that I've done on other projects, this is just a taste of real life.
You've also got a taste of an unbelievable fan base of a show, because there's a show that you were on that, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, has unbelievable fans. Yeah, you're smiling right now. What show am I thinking of?
Could it be Motherland Fort Salem?
It definitely could be Motherland Fort Salem. Best part, okay, I'll tell you what the best part of that sequence of this interview was. I said that, and you kind of were like waiting. You were like, what show is he talking about? And then instantly you smiled, and you were like, okay, yeah, I know what he's talking about. Were you confused in the beginning, or did you know what I was talking about Motherland Fort Salem?
Well, I had a hunch. I mean, the dedication that fandom has, the switches. I mean,
I've never seen anything like it before. I've never seen anything like it.
The fight that they have for the show is amazing, and getting to live tweet that when I was in the show was just exhilarating and exhausting. Keeping up with how fast everyone can type. I can't type that fast, so.
But I mean, it's cool because you join season 4 of Virgin River, which is dropping soon on Netflix, and it's an amazing fan base. It's a very passionate fan base. So yes. Like, you kind of get prepared a little bit though, right? By being on a show before that has a big, passionate global fan base. Like, do you know what I mean by that a little bit?
Yes, there's a lot of kind of centering that one needs to do, because sometimes fans have a little bit of trouble separating the actor from the character.
And you know what? And I will say this, like, it's scary sometimes. Like it's a different world to see that, you know what I mean? Because I see comments on social media, and it's like, yeah, you don't know that this guy is just playing a guy on screen, like
yeah. The veiled threats, if you do anything to this character.
But I feel like you think about, like, I mean, well, you joined Motherland Fort Salem on season 1, right? So it's like it's the first season, so like that's a bit different because you maybe you didn't know it was gonna maybe be as big as it was, right? With this one though, you can kind of really prepare yourself of what's to come, which is good.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, I mean, it's all out of love too, right?
It is out of love, 100%. No, but it's just it's quick. The thing that freaks me out is how quick it is. Like, it's a quickness. Like, this thing's gonna drop, and then the next day is just gonna be like, people are gonna be talking about everything happening with your character, because it's the binge thing, right? It drops all at once, right?
Totally.
But like,
Peter, you're stressing me out. It's all coming out.
But it's gonna be exciting though. It's exciting. No, it's gonna be. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I apologize if it's making you a bit.
No, not at all. It's all, like we said, exciting, and this season we got 12 episodes for everyone. So,
well, it's funny because I don't read much into the new seasons. I like going as fresh as I can. We get screeners as press, you know what I mean? So, like, I see Denny, your character shows up. We obviously know what happens, right? And then it comes in for season 4, but like, I didn't know much about it, you know what I mean? And like, you got really thrown into a lot of interesting stuff for season 4. So what was that like, kind of seeing all that in screen, like instantly kind of having an impact as a character for season 4? It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah. I mean, being the new kid in town, of course, Danny needs to meet all the different characters in Virgin River. And so that was a real big privilege to get to do some scene work with a lot of different people.
Yeah,
and that was really special. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, we're gonna calm down a little bit. It's not the 20th yet. We got a week
soon though. It's exciting.
It is exciting. I'm just here like, it's gonna drop like over 90 countries. You're just like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Totally. I mean, I think it was last year, season 3. It was #1 for ever. And the Nielsen streaming chart hours viewed were just kind of unfathomable.
Yeah, I just love some of the journeys a lot of these characters have taken though. Like, I interview Grayson Guernsey like after every season, right? Starting season 1, and then he became series regular season 2, and just seeing that character, like Ricky's journey has been insane.
Yes. Yeah. Right, and brace yourself.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, absolutely brace. Is it kind of strange, like, doing these interviews though, where like you know what's happening because you did it, right? You filmed it and everything. I've seen it, but it's like not out there like yet. So like we can't really say much. Like it's kind of strange, right?
Totally. Yeah. I'm like auto filtering everything that I'm saying, making sure that nothing is a spoiler.
Well, no, I mean, all we can leave it is Denny comes to Virgin River, and
Mm.
it might or might not get real. Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's definitely dealing with a lot of things, and yeah, I guess that's all we can say.
No,
Is he's,
absolutely. But I feel like I also feel like it's a show that people enjoy going season to season, like fresh. Like obviously there's gonna be like the things online about like how it ended with a cliffhanger, and there's gonna be some discussions online. But I feel like it's one of those sit back, relax, and get back. You're going back to Virgin River, right? I feel like it's one of those shows.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely a comfort watch for a lot of people.
Yep.
And so, with it being a nice kind of heartwarming, escapist kind of show, it's also got the drama and the danger and the mystery. So I think it's a great marriage. Yeah.
General question right now. Kai Bradbury is a storyteller. That's what you do. What
Mhm.
excites you specifically about storytelling?
Oh, that's tough. I mean,
There's a
I
lot.
guess the question is normally, like what kind of stories do you like to tell?
Yeah.
And my answer is always all of them, all kinds. But what excites me about storytelling,
I think you
I
just
think
answered the question, to be honest with you. What excites me about stories, there's many stories to tell.
absolutely. And every actor has their own cards to bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm excited to share stories that are uniquely my own. I love entertaining people and uh, yeah, I mean, it's been a love for as long as I can remember. I grew up in the arts in my family, and I've had a long journey through improv and theater and now film and TV. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just in the bones.
Now, I'm curious, okay? So you mentioned improv, and I always jump on that because I find the improv world the most interesting world ever. So anytime anyone ever brings up like improv, like I always want to ask a question because it really interests me, right? Was there,
Cool.
you did improv and everything, and then you started going on shows and like working in the industry, right? Was there more like for scripted stuff, right? Was there like more improv than we would think in shows, or are they very like are they very like to the script or anything? Like I'm just curious about that. Like, have you seen, or does it depend on the show, I guess? Or
100%
yeah.
depends on the show.
Okay.
I've been on shows where the script writers are on set. If you have a line that you want to tweak or add, or the director might be more open to a little bit of improv.
Mhm.
I've also been on some shows where you finish a take and then the script supervisor, who is doing their job, is really like this and this and it depends on the network as well. Like sometimes they're really strict on, this is the language that we've cleared for the show. It has to be this.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if your showrunner is really active and you get lucky with a little bit more creative freedom, but both worlds are great.
Absolutely. Last question before we wrap up. Without giving too much away, but we're diving back into Virgin River July 20th on Netflix for
Ooh.
season 4. What are you hoping? And you could just narrow this down to season 4, like maybe, but like takeaways, like what, like the audience when they get to watch the show, like what are you hoping they get out of it specifically when they watch season 4 of Virgin River?
I think, do I hesitate to say that this might be a bit of a fan service season? I think if you're a long running fan of Virgin River, I think everyone's going to be really thrilled with the goings on. And if you're new to Virgin River, I hope you just fall in love with these characters and see yourself in them, because they're doing a lot of healing and they're doing a lot of loving, and I hope that brings some healing and loving in your life, because the world is going through it. So
Absolutely. I feel like you just set up the perfect, like I'm gonna definitely release this one like 2 or 3 days before it comes out, because people are gonna see it and be like, what is he talking about? I'm so excited.
uh-oh.
No, it's great. No, it's super cool, and it's it's gonna be crazy, and I do seriously apologize if I made you feel overwhelmed.
No. I was just riding that roller coaster.
No,
with you.
100%. But it's a lot. It is. But it's gonna be awesome, and I'm so happy for you and the cast and crew. Season 4 of Virgin River, July 20th on Netflix. Kai, thank you so much for coming on Popternative. It was so great chatting with you.
Likewise, thank you so much, Pete.
Absolutely. Instagram, they can keep update with you there. Is there an Instagram account?
Yes. Twitter and Instagram are both at Kaibury, Kaibury.
Amazing. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative previous episodes. You're going to be soon to catch Kai Bradbury as Denny in season 4 of Virgin River, dropping on Netflix worldwide July 20th. Until next time, this is Kai and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.